Name another popular parody artist. Weird Al does have the market pretty much cornered, but I'm gonna say Richard Cheese.
I don't know who Richard Cheese is.
Basically, it's kind of a joke name, like Dick Cheese, but he does he does lounge. He does lounge song versions of like pop songs. Lounge singer style. It's pretty funny.
Alright.
And there's one gimmick though. That's all he's got. But
oh yeah, no, I think
first couple of times you hear one of his songs, it's amusing.
I think there are the there's like a peppering here and there. Like there's the bluegrass version of Gin and Juice. That's a fun. I always like that when someone takes a song and does it in a different style.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of that, like when do you remember that Rebecca Black Friday song?
No.
The notoriously bad It's Friday.
Oh yeah.
There was a slew of musicians doing like the real version of that song. Like here's what it would sound like if there were talented musicians and talented singers doing that song. And I always thought that was amusing. I mean, yeah. The truth hurts sometimes, Rich. The truth hurts.
I wrote that song.
You I would believe that. I would absolutely. We've all heard you write music before.
Hey, I did write music for the Western Or musical.
That is the crappy music I was referring to.
I didn't perform it very well, but I stand by the lyrics.
Yeah, sure. What do you need again? Do you just not need anything? Question mark. Can I hug you? Hey man, do you need a hug? No, you don't like clowns. Why don't you like clowns, man?
Chat's mentioning Guar.
Guar?
Yeah, one of the stone monsters that chases you in the last stages of Crypt of the Necrodancer is called a Gargoyle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I ever played The Witcher, Wild Hunt, or do I have any plans to? I played the first Witcher and I couldn't get into it, which prevented me from even trying the second one or the third.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I like the Brett Domino Trio. They're funny. They're a YouTube music group. They grew popular when he kind of did generic. He kind of did like Dare to Be Stupid style, like genre parodies.
Yeah.
That he the gag was, I'm going to teach you how to write a pop song in the style of, and he would just kind of break down how artists get their songs, but he has a fun personality. The Brett Domino Trio. Good stuff. What do you do, dog? What do you do? Think about that for a second, dog. What do you do? Rich.
What?
I don't know what to do. I'm stuck.
What do you mean you're stuck?
I don't know
you can't
what to
move?
do.
Like you're stuck, you can't move?
I'm
like
stuck,
is it
I can't
glitch?
move.
Is it a glitch?
It's not a glitch. It's not a glitch. Kind of stuck. It's a. I don't know what to do now.
Oh, but wait. You can move or you can't move? You mean you just don't know what the next solution is, or your character is physically stuck in the spot, in place?
Oh, whoopsie. Ah. Oh, I get what all these things mean now. What? What?
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Dead dog flower. Oh, that's right. There was a cemetery. Oh man, I know I forgot something. There was a cemetery.
Nasty Flaunt says Witcher 1 is carried by its excellent story. I didn't get that far into it. I mean, I wasn't. I hated the gameplay in The Witcher 1.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even play much of it. I thought the main character was just kind of, I mean, he's just a generic badass guy.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some other really amazing things going on, but I couldn't get to it.
That's so many characters in so many games.
It's fine in the right game, right story.
Mm-hmm.
Generic badass. Sometimes you want an archetype.
Yeah.
Archetype.
Oh, sure. No, and and then that usually helps bring secondary characters to light. I don't want to get into it, but that's part of the reason why I did like Quiet so much in Metal Gear Solid. Is Snake I thought was the typical badass, and then Quiet was this like equal badass, and they had to work together, and that's kind of why I liked her character. Because they were so similar. And I thought they worked well together. So yes, I agree that typical generic badasses can work sometimes. Alright, I gotta go to a cemetery. Gotta go to a cemetery. Gotta see a man about a horse. I gotta stop drinking this coffee. It's far too late to be drinking coffee.
Will you ever play Deus Ex Human Revolution? I really think you'd like it. Honestly, I'm probably more likely to play the original Deus Ex before I get to the remake.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I know Deus Ex is one of those games that is generally agreed upon as to be good. Good. I know nothing about it because that was a PC game, right? Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was one of those that poor old console Jack couldn't play. Nope. Okay, that was a really good idea. Someone in chat had an idea of putting the flower in the dog grave, but that's not working, people.
Mr. Bibb says Human Revolution is superior to the original Deus Ex. Doesn't Human Revolution keep forcing you into third person every now and then, which would just keep ruining my immersion in a game where the original was famous for how immersive it was? It seems counterintuitive to me. I don't know. Congratulations.
I feel really happy. So something that's really important in this game, which is mildly like frustrating but also endearing, is you need to go to places at different times of the day. Yeah. My clown is hugging and kissing people, and I love it. So this, I was correct, by the way. This man's wife died.
Mm-hmm.
And I had found a locket of his with a picture of him and his wife in it. But he wouldn't accept it from me because I think I'm the clown that caused the fire that killed his wife.
Okay.
And so he saw me and he was mad at me. And so I had to catch him in a situation where he didn't see that I was the clown, where his back was turned to me. And I think that makes this game kind of brilliant. I'm a little in love with this game right now, Rich.
Okay.
So I didn't get any items from him though. I'm using all my items, but I'm not getting new items.
Mr. Bibb says, talking about Deus Ex and going the third person only for takedowns. The original Deus Ex has none of the benefits of gaming past 1990, whereas Human Revolution is the superior game with superior gaming sensibilities. Some of my favorite games are pre-1990. What is superior about it?
You know, could be an overall smoother experience.
I think in general, shooters are less fun than they were in the 90s. In general, looks aside.
Not just looks. There's a whole smoothness thing. Okay, so now this guy's happy. So now I can talk to this guy. Now he says clowns are okay. Oh, I remember. I remember Dracula Mask. Ooh, I got a coin too. Okay, great. Now we are progressing. I had to go back to the cemetery. That's what it was. Yes. Yes. Tiberius Kirk, I'm sorry that I'm bumming you out. I'm sorry that the game is bumming you out. I think this is brilliant. This is just... The art style and the story are so contradictory, you know, like it's a goofy world, but the clown is so evil looking, but he just wants to hug people. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I fucking love it, man. I fucked up, man. Where's that bridge? Remembering where things are is tough.
Lago Wrath is saying it's not superior, it's just different. Human Revolution has much better world building and art design, but the original has a smarter story and arguably more freedom in gameplay. See, the more freedom in gameplay, that seems like what I would be more interested in.
Mm-hmm. And that was in the older one?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
according to what somebody's saying.
Lucky Strikes, maybe you don't understand that this is not a side-scroller. This is an arty-farty game, but this is not a side-scroller. This is a point-and-click adventure game, so why don't you back the fuck up? Why don't you come at me, bro? I wanna go down that path? I do. Oh, nope, no I don't. I lied. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, there we go.
Yes, I do believe I own a copy of the original Deus Ex.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's in my nebulous pile of I'll get around to it eventually. The quote problem with modern gaming, at least with Steam, is there's just too much shit to play.
Yes, the horrible problem.
Yes. Have you ever gone through a time where you didn't feel like playing games? I'm going through that right now, and it's depressing.
Oh, yeah?
There are plenty of other valuable things you can do with your time. I mean, if you don't feel like gaming, maybe, start reading a book.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like gaming for like a week after I played through the ending of Mass Effect 3. It like killed any interest I had in gaming for like a week. It's like, do I want to get? No, I don't want to touch any fucking games.
That is very sad, yes.
May I ask why you don't feel like playing games right now? Is there something that happened? Was there an incident?
Who's saying this? chat? Someone saying this?
Someone, yeah. Chat is constantly scrolling all the time. I lost who that was. I don't remember, but.
Yeah, I could only assume everyone feels like that at some point or another. Then you just take a break. It's great. Oh, great. Future Jay says that he gifted a... Yeah, I want to say we got a copy of Deus Ex in either the prereq account or Rich or I's account. It's somewhere. It is somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's sun... You're right. Thank you, 40-foot walrus, saying maybe the person is easier to scare at night. We have to wait for it to be nighttime. It is now dusk. Oh, there was a tree that looked like it had a face. Can I hug trees? Is that a thing that I can do? Of course, I can hug everything else.
The response is, Rich, schoolwork has been piling up and nothing is catching my interest at the moment. Well, you know what? Your schoolwork should probably be a priority anyway. If you don't feel like playing games and you have schoolwork, I mean, isn't that kind of a blessing? you feel like playing like something sooner or later will catch your interest. Or it won't, which will just mean you found other things to do with your time. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Just use the time to do your schoolwork, man.
Nope.
Rich and or Jack, how did you know your significant others were the one for you? Years of diligent research.
Oh, so many ladies I went through. So many.
I knew Karen for years. We were close friends before we were a couple.
Oh,
I
okay.
just knew her that well. We were close.
Mm-hmm.
Take time and get to know somebody before jumping in. You might not know right away.
That's really true. Yeah, same with me and Lisa. We were friends first, and she was actually, when I first met her, she was dating a friend of mine. And then we kept doing similar things and realized that we would rather just spend time with each other.
Do you still talk to that friend of yours who she was going out with? And is it awkward?
Oh God, no. I mean, that wasn't. Lisa and I have been.
Okay.
Lisa and I
Curious.
have been dating since high school.
That doesn't mean you still don't know this guy.
Oh right, but I mean, like at that point, if he's still
Yeah.
hung up on it, then yeah, he's got some issues. So. Come on. What is this thing? Hey, where's my... Hey, don't go in there, bro. Oh, he's gonna buy booze with my dime. Oh, that dickhead.
So? Let him buy his booze.
I suppose it makes him happy. Alright, well, I just want my hug. He left me before I could get my hug. There we go. Okay, cool. Great. I just wanted to make sure I could get my hug points, you know, because that's the important part.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there's no, you know, and you know when Lisa and I then talked about getting married and stuff, it was just kind of like, sure, obviously, but at that point, I guess I need to go back in the story a little bit more. Lisa and I had been living together for a long time before we got married, which, by the way, is something I really recommend.
Yeah, me and Karen lived together for a while.
You need to understand what it is to live with someone before you are willing to marry them.
See, I've heard the opposite. I've heard like polls and what studies have shown that people who live together, their marriages don't last as long as people who didn't. I've heard this somewhere before. It might be bullshit.
You know, and all I know is like after like a year of living together before we were married, finally we stopped like putting on faces. You know, like when you don't have your own space to go back to and you just have to put up with each other. That's when we started to really get comfortable around each other. You know, because like if you live separately, you always have your own place to retreat to. You know, she can always go, you know, get dressed and get ready to go out. But like, man, you live together, you see everything at their worst. And so I guess I recommend it. I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know if everyone recommends it. But I recommend it.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Obviously, it worked in your case, Jack.
Right. Yeah. Did Lisa know about my clowning days? Yes, Lisa knew about my clowning days. She was around during my clowning days. We met doing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Clem Fandango is saying that the poll I mentioned is BS because he and his wife live together and they've been married for 15 years. So definitely, certainly live together first.
You know, I think it's really important, and you know, I think it's important just because, like I said, the really important thing about it is making like being in a situation that you can't retreat from. Like, oh, you know, maybe you're mad at each other, right? Maybe you had a little fight, but it's late at night and there's like nowhere for you to go, and you are living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and so you just have to find out what it's going to be like to sit next to each other when you're mad at each other.
I do recommend having some kind of room that you can go in to get away. By the way, I think there's something to be said for that.
Oh, it is important, but like I said, it's all rolled into one. Where yes, it's very nice having your own space, but often you don't have your own space. So learning how to deal with that. Excuse me, officer. Oh, I got my satanic mixtape back. That's great. Can I sell that to the guy? Oh, excuse me. No, I did not make my wife live with me on the farm before we got married. That would be funny. Hey, you want this satanic mixtape? No. No,
how can you find a relationship if you're cynical, though? Find somebody as cynical as you are. Look, I'm cynical, and I found somebody. It's doable. It's doable.
Thoughts on Tinder and OkCupid relationships? Tinder, I have single friends who show me Tinder, and I am blown away. I think it's amazing. You know, the efficiency of rejecting people. No, yep. Tinder is I mean, it's one of those like horrible, beautiful things.
I would have no idea. I met Karen in reality. And I've never had any need or use for Tinder.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh sure. I'm just saying it looks like something I would use all the time and just never follow through because I'm a shy person.
I 79 says, Rich, did you ever tell your significant other about the magical night with the Wendy's commercial guy? She was there. I deliberately left her out of that story just in case Mike was gonna pull some shenanigans, which he did. But no, I mean it was this guy and his fiance with me and Karen. It was kind of our first couples friends, because you know.
Yeah.
You know, another couple you can hang out with. Maybe it would have been better if I just said as much, but I didn't want to drag Karen into it if Mike was gonna pull something, so I left that out, which may have been a mistake.
It's just funny. Right, she's talking. This lady right here. This redhead, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about somebody smoking, and that's making her upset. Smoking the pots, right?
Yeah.
She sees someone that's smoking the pots and is upset by that, and the church lady is also talking about people smoking the pots and how that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And the church lady is upset because nobody's in the aisle for her, right?
So you want to get these two people hooked up?
How do I hook up these people?
I have no idea. Bring her a church thing, and she'll know to go to church. And then when she's at church, then the one lady will be happy about somebody being at her church. Get
Exactly.
two birds, one stone.
Exactly. So how do I get? So I'm that's what I'm looking for now. Is like some sort of. I see that. No, I see that you're pointing it to that lady, and I wanna. What can I do, lady? What can I do? Oh, I have I'll be Dracula? No, that doesn't do anything.
By the way, I just want to interject really quick here. That last best of the worst with Mike and the flask, all improvised. Nothing.
Yep.
We don't script jack shit on best of the worst.
Very rare, and sometimes if we have like the only thing scripted on best of the worst is sometimes we say, well, what are we going to do for the opening bit?
And it's only scripted in the sense that we talk about in general what are we going to do.
Right.
Do we need something funny? What do we got?
Okay, you stand over there and look at the things.
There's never any kind of script.
Oh God, no.
And especially the discussion, everything that happened, completely spontaneous.
Mm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Half in the bag is, the...
Booze was in the flask.
Booze was
Yes.
in the flask. Yes, that is real. That is all real. Mike was drinking. That didn't work. Maybe I can scare that little girl. This is gonna be mean. I'm gonna try to scare this little girl with the vampire mask. Oh.
If there is no script, how do you rehearse? We don't rehearse. Best of the worst is just we sit at a table and we talk and shit happens.
Yeah, what do you mean rehearse?
What booze? I don't know what he was drinking, but I do know it was alcoholic. That's all I really know.
I believe it was like a Jack and Coke concoction. There was a cocktail in there.
Okay.
Is what I believe. Why do I have Iron Man pants? These Iron Man pants are part of a doll set.
Chat is saying plant the rose when she's not there at night. Mr. Bibbs.
Mr. Bibbs, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Nice. Nice, guys. You know what that is? That's fucking teamwork right there. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna sleep, and we're gonna come back when it's nighttime.
Ooh, this is a good question. What was worse, the jar or the tomb? The jar.
The jar.
The jar was the tomb was turn your brain off and forget about it because everything that's going on is so boring. The jar was actively making me angry at how obnoxious it was.
Yep. The jar was beyond obnoxious.
Yeah.
Art house fucktonery is what the jar was. I can't even believe that fucking jar. That fucking jar.
How much? No, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Just said Jack looks so angry at the jar's existence. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking awful. Why do you think we melted it in acetone?
There we go. The dog digs up the flower, then I plant the flower. Out of the way, dog.
You can send us those 3 weird kids movies, but there's no guarantee we'd watch them because we do get a lot of shit. A lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they're picked shortly before we actually film.
We have I want to say last year we sat down and made a ton of lists of episodes we wanted to do of movies we own.
We've never used it.
We have never ever used it, and that is so upsetting to me. I'm whistling a lot when I'm essing right now. We planned, Rich. We planned and we said, oh, these are all movies we could do. And like, oh, this would be a great 3 movies. This would be a great combination. This would be a great combination. We have never touched it. Isn't that upsetting to you?
No, because it's not like we haven't watched movies. It's just that we haven't. It hasn't been the pre-planned sets we talked about maybe doing. That's fine.
Yeah.
We've gotten some good material out of what we've watched.
Oh, sure. I'm not saying we haven't. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be amazing to cross those off our list? Don't you find a satisfaction in making a list and then crossing things off of the lists?
Mm-hmm. Ozmike's has sent us a bunch of Ozploitation films, but so far nada. You've seen our wall, though, right? I mean, trust me, it's not personal, and there's no guarantee that those movies won't end up eventually.
Right.
I mean, they might show up in a year or 2 years from now. You might see them. It's just they're on the wall, and what do we watch? I don't know. What do we got? What do we got? That's how it works usually.
Yeah. Usually it's just we all get together and say, hey, maybe we do this one. Maybe we do this one. I'm right now, and because of Movie Dicks, and because someone sent me a link, I'm looking up how to get a physical copy of Double Down.
Which one is that?
It is a movie by, hold on. Everyone, in a moment after I tell you this director's name, I'm gonna ask you to leave the stream for a little bit and Google this because you need to. It's that important. It's that important that you go Google Double Down, which is a Neil Breen, which is a Neil Breen movie. It's called Double Down, and go look up the trailer for that movie and someone tell me how to get a physical copy of it, because I was looking for maybe an hour today on how to get a physical copy of this movie and I couldn't find it anywhere, and it looked amazing, Rich. Okay. Mind-blowingly perfectly amazing. So if you are a fan of bad movies, which I can only assume most of you are, You get yourself some Double Down. Apparently, this Neil Bren is like a wealthy real estate agent in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And has decided to use his money and spare time to write, direct, produce, and star in his own movies.
That sounds like a perfect recipe.
Yep.
Don't tell me anymore.
I won't tell you anything more. It is absolutely a perfect recipe.
Also, to people who sent us things, sometimes there's movies we haven't watched because there's something physically wrong with the tape and we just can't.
Oh yeah, that really happened. That whole tape shtick.
Yeah.
That really happened.
You know, I mean, they're not brand new anymore. These tapes. Sometimes there are problems.
Yep. Hey, why are you sad? I gave you money to drink. You shouldn't be sad no more. Oh, he's an architect, not a real estate agent. I'm sorry. I sent him a tweet today, asking, because he's promoting his new movie, which you can get physical copies of, but I was unable to find a physical copy of Double Down, and so I tweeted at him today to try to find that, but.
Mr. Bibbs is suggesting that you break the fire hydrant, causing it to rain so the ladies who are complaining it's too hot are not as hot.
Oh, I don't know if I can break the fire hydrant. I believe if you look over here, you can see an ice cream stand. Right?
Mm-hmm. And
I believe I need to give this guy something so I can get some ice cream out of his ice cream stand.
Okay.
That's and he wants a record of some kind. But I need money to buy a record and I don't have any money. But you know what? Let me try. Let me see what I can do with this fire hydrant over here. Fire hydrant might be too far away. And it's just this one. This one girl is complaining about being hot now.
Did the tomb actually play backwards when the cassette was tampered with? There was no video. Was the video just like a blue screen? Is what we got, Jack? Do you remember?
Yeah. It was just unreadable video.
There was some very creepy sounding backwards audio at like the wrong pitch.
Yeah, and it was very creepy and very noticeable. I don't have any money to buy ice cream.
Jay has thought about using it for something because it's really fucking creepy.
Yes.
So.
It's wonderfully creepy. Who can I scare with my Dracula mask? Rich. Who can I scare with my Dracula mask? I got a Dracula.
Is somebody being bothered by something that you can scare? Or does somebody just flat out like Halloween?
No, nobody. There's a lady who has a Dracula thing.
Okay, well that might be a hint.
But I've already been there. Niminatus, did you just watch the trailer for Double Down? Doesn't it look fantastic? Someone tell me how to get a physical copy of Double Down. So there was a lady who has a whole Dracula thing. She says that Draculas are clowns, and so that's why she won't let me cross her bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. I used the Dracula mask on her, and it didn't seem to do anything.
Also, people want you to hug the chicken guy again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh! Yep, that was it. Oh, he is really upset with me. Oh, and then I got a chicken head mask. There we go. Alright, I guess I can see that puzzle. Little BS. But I suppose I did hug him before, and he initiated a thing before. Okay, all right. Pause. No, that is Double Down, a surfing film. So here's the hard part with finding a digital copy or a physical copy of Double Down, is there is Double Down, the Neil Breen film, Double Down, a surfing film, and Double Down, a poker film.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one is which?
We're looking
for?
We're looking for the Neil Breen Double Down.
Okay.
And I know on the YouTube video it says it's available on DVD and Netflix, and I have found it neither place. Much to my chagrin, I have found it neither place. Oh, wait, what did I get? Oh, I got the chicken mask. Okay, I know what to do now. And there is a Double Down at KFC. You are correct.
Yeah, we're best off not thinking of that.
Oh God. No, that's not a good food, and I've eaten it.
Someone says you can take a crucifix from an old homeless lady.
Oh, can I? Oh, great.
I'm just reading things. That's what I do.
Oh.
Saying Jackie took his first 2 movies out of distribution.
Oh. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. I'm gonna hug a chicken. I just hugged a chicken. And I feel pretty good about that. Now I'm gonna see if I can hug this chicken. No, I can't hug the baby chicken. There we go. That's how I get done. Ow. Yeah, I know, and I think the real problem with finding a physical copy of Double Down is that he has.
Jack,
what?
Were you just pulling your cock out of your pants?
Yes,
Is that what I just saw?
The creepy clown just pulled a cock out of his pants and flapped it around for a bit.
Okay.
I did get the tire, yes. Neil Breen has recently discovered that there is a market for B movies, and many people are comparing him and his movies to The Room and him to Tommy Wiseau. And so I believe he is capitalizing on that.
Okay.
Which unfortunately means that finding his movies might be difficult because he's trying to like sell them to people or whatnot, but all I know is I want to see it. See, here's what the robot legs are for. I don't know if I put them here or not, but get your hand out of your pants, robot. Robot clown? What? No, okay. Okay. But I've heard equally bad things about... Oh, what's his other...
See, here's the thing, Chad. With Neil Breen, we need the physical copy if we're going to do it on Best of the Worst. Digital copy, we can't, hold that up, and this is what this is. We can't look at the box. It's part of what we do.
It is. So it would be significantly better if we had a physical copy. If a physical copy does not exist, then we might have to get creative. But We'll cross that bridge. When we cross it, I guess. Fateful Findings. Fateful Findings is the one. Oh my god. Oh, Rich, there's a dream world.
Oh my god!
If you were seeing what I'm seeing now, you would be saying that for real and not sarcastically. So Fateful Findings is apparently the game, or the movie that is gaining the Room-like following for Neil Breen. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
You then just sneeze. Just do it.
No, I lost it.
You don't have to. But yeah, of course. Every time you say you're gonna sneeze, then you don't sneeze. That's how it works.
I'm okay with that. I don't enjoy sneezing in general, so I'm okay.
Oh, I love sneezing. It's very cathartic. But then again, I have a good hearty full body sneeze. I mean, I go all in with my sneezes.
Here's what I'm gonna say. This is the very first time I've ever heard anyone be proud of their sneeze. That's a first for me. And so congratulations.
I had a math class once, and this one girl in the class had just the most adorable sneeze I'd ever heard. I mean, it literally sounded like "Achoo!" I mean, that's what it sounded like. "Achoo!"
All right.
And every time I heard her, just in class out loud, I couldn't help myself. I went, "Aww."
Well, and did she think you were an amazing weirdo?
Maybe. I don't care. I couldn't help it. Sneeze was adorable. She should be proud. That sneeze was an icebreaker. Oh, is that how you sneeze? Oh, yes, it is. Yes, that's how I sneeze. Oh, that's amazing. Phew.
I'm not saying it's bad that Rich is proud of his sneeze. I'm just saying I've just never heard anyone be proud of their sneeze before.
I didn't say I'm proud of it. It's a good hearty sneeze. That's enjoyable.
You are congratulating yourself on your sneeze. You are proud of your sneeze. Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Other people are envious of your sneeze.
I don't know that I go that far. I just know I enjoy my sneeze very much.
I have reached a new area. And I think I'm more excited about this than I should be. He hears things and he doesn't like it. Money is burning. Money is burning? What? Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Here, have a tomato. No, that doesn't work. Okay, I gotta go. You smell bad. Puzzles, Rich. I love them. I love to do them. Oh, there's a little rat thing. Oh my god, this is... Okay, you're hungry. Here's the thing about this point-and-click adventure game. I am still incredibly interested in it.
Oh my god.
I'm super psyched about this game. But I think I'm ready to call it as far as the stream. Now that we've ended our fascinating sneeze talk, I think it's time to call it.
because this is one I can read because it's on the screen right now. Crackle Kane, thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
It's true, we do. Okay, but I do have the chat watcher up with the lovely new larger font. Thank you, Leftover Beefcake. It's so much easier to read now. I last 1984. The real Quaid. Bahafabat. Theodore J. Hooker. Lincoln.
Strange letter. I can read it.
What?
I can read it. I feel like I should. I could read it because it's on the screen now, and I feel like I should do some of these. Go on. I'm sorry.
Where was it? Lincoln. Sir Hilary Manfat. My turds are green. Walt Heisenbeard. Foltor. Corridan Miller. Unicorn on fire. Rich, we have a new subscriber called Unicorn on Fire.
Dear. No, I'm not saying. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done.
I love it. Magma Otter. Stu 91. Ice Bone Badger. Ed Whitten. Spike 1382. Dick the Birthday Boy. And Ikatarzo. Thank you for subscribing. We very much appreciate it.
It's true. We really do.
We really do. And by the way, y'all should. I know I've spoiled most of the puzzles for you, but get yourself on some Dropsy the Clown. This was a little way too much fun. I enjoyed this a lot. I might finish this game, which is saying a lot for me. So good night, everybody, and thanks for coming. And
adios.
Oh, did we want to tell them about